Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This is the JP Show.
JP, it is so good to hear you back on the air.
Stand by. Now, here's JP.
What is up, Tampa Bay sports idiots, Tampa Bay sports Pete's, Tampa Bay sports fans? Oh, Petermans. What is up, Petermans? I, in fact, am not JP Peterson, as you can probably tell. I am IndyCarTim. This is the IndyCarTim takeover of the JP Peterson Show. And I brought my good buddy, PGA of America member John Gerber, to ride shotgun with me today as we talk some Tampa Bay sports. And I thought it was appropriate to have Johnny here because we're going to talk a little bit Masters today for all of you golf fans.
Got my Masters green on, partner. Masters green on.
Yeah, I don't have one of those. Must be nice. FanStream Sports green Masters stuff.
That's right.
Welcome in, Petermans. I think today is a travel day for JP as he's supposed to be leaving Colorado for Augusta and somehow trying to finagle a ticket for himself for tomorrow. As we still don't know what is happening. What's up, Scotty Fitz? You're right. Masters, baby. We're still trying to figure out what tomorrow's show is going to be because JP doesn't know if he's going to be around. So maybe me again. And then I think Friday it's me and Big O. We may have a IndyCarTim and Big O show on Friday.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's going to be interesting. I love that. I'm going to tune into that one. I tune into every show, but especially that one. I got to see Big O, how he shuts you down.
Oh, he's a big fan of IndyCarTim, man. He's a big fan of IndyCarTim. It's
okay. Most people are, but
I don't know where that affection comes from, but it's, I was texting with him last night. It was nice because I spent my birthday at the Frisco Rough Riders game last night.
And happy birthday, buddy. Happy birthday.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. It's a big one. It's the 55. So
that is double nickels.
Or my bar age of 39 is what I tell people.
No one believes that.
Bar.
No one believes that. No one believes 39. No one believes 39.
Nobody believes 39, but they think I'm only off by a couple of years. They'll believe 42, I think, is where it
does a couple mean 20 or 30?
No, I get the guess of early 40s most time, but that's because
they must want something.
People can't see me.
They must want to be a guest on your show or something. I don't know. They're trying to butter you up somehow.
I think they're just trying to come home with me.
Maybe
that's the deal.
Yeah.
But
guys usually do.
It was a good time. Oh, really? You want to talk about? You want to talk about that? I got a drop I could play right now that you may be interested in. Speaking of that, if I could see it right now, I'd play it because I can't see it on the damn board.
I like other guys, but I'll watch women's gymnastics.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's true. But yeah, it was a good time. 9-1 win by the Rough Riders. And I was taking some pictures and texting Big O. Obviously, he's still a huge baseball. He and I have minor league conversations all the time. He absolutely loved the park, Riders Park out here in Frisco. And it was interesting. I had an interesting conversation with the owner of the team, Chuck Greenberg. He used to be a managing partner for the Rangers years ago before a new ownership group took over there. And Chuck Greenberg, as it turns out, is good buddies with our buddy on this show, Ken Babby, now part of the new Rays ownership group, because those guys own minor league teams together. So they've run in the same circles and a lot of cool things. And if I'd have known that, we could have had Chuck on the show to talk about that whole ownership stuff and the trials that they were going through in the process, early in the process and stuff. Cause he's been through it here in Texas. He knows all about it, but Chuck's still very active in the sports world, owning some minor league baseball teams. He was a minority owner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. May still be actually, as he's good buddies with Mario Lemieux. And that's kind of how he got it. Very interesting story about how he got into sports team ownership, just strictly by accident. It's all about who you know.
Is Frisco still the AA for the Rangers? They still have the affiliation. Okay. Because I know some of the teams have kind of went off on their own and did the independent thing and not really have the affiliation. I know, where I grew up in Columbus, we had the Clippers for so long,
right? And
they were forever. Yeah, I was very blessed, being a massive baseball fan, playing baseball. And they were always they were their AAA team for the Yankees. So I saw the greats of the greats coming through there.
Yeah.
And then they went to the Indians. And then, they kind of independent for a while, and then they got subbed out to the Indians or affiliated with Indians. So I know those things kind of shuffle around a little bit sometimes. And that's a great thing for, people who hasn't been to the ballpark. At Frisco Ballpark, for a AA ballpark, it's a mini version of a big ballpark. They have
it's about 12,000 people, and it's close to capacity just about every game.
That's big for AA.
Yeah,
that's
it is
big. And where it's sectored in a little bit of a community, really cool area right there in Frisco.
Yeah.
Get a lot of foot traffic. You got a lot of apartments and homes and bars and restaurants. It's really cool, man. It used to be Dr. Pepper Park, right?
It's just Riders Park now. Yeah, they lost that.
Yeah, so it's a really cool experience. And if you really want to get down to be super intimate in a baseball game and really it's kind of like golf a little bit. You can get a lot closer to professionals watching the game than you can in a normal big league ballpark. It's really cool.
On a local note, the Lightning and the Rays, both losers last night. Sure, everybody has seen that by now. 2 of that series as the Rays return to the Trop. And look, I still don't get it. I don't know where a lot of you Peterman stand on the Trop. If you're romanticizing it, if you missed it, if you're glad they're back, if you have, I'm sure as baseball fans, you'll have good memories of the Trop, but I had good memories of Texas Stadium before the Cowboys built their new stadium. And I still hated the stadium because it was an armpit. It was an absolute toilet. I'm not a big fan of the new stadium out in Arlington, Jerry World, or the Death Star, as we call it here locally. It's just too big and impersonal. But I've been to the Trop. Now keep in mind, I've been to the Trop in the early 90s. So I know it's a vastly different venue now than it was then. But even back then, before the Rays even existed, I didn't think very highly of it. I was there for a basketball tournament. It's brand new at the time building. And I didn't care at all. So I don't know if you guys are happy that they're back or happy that they're building a new stadium or whatever that situation is. I would love to hear your thoughts, but it was game 2. The Rays, again, down to the Cubs 9-2. It wasn't a good performance really by any stretch for the Rays. And I know, Johnny, you're played baseball collegiately, correct?
Yep.
And I don't know how much you keep up with the Rays. I know you love Tampa, but a lot of question marks around this team early for sure. And I think all around Major League, pitchers clearly have an advantage over batters right now, as is usually the case. Batters need a little time to catch up, I think, when the season starts. But for a lot of teams, including the Rays, pitching woes certainly are the main headline early in the season. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you look at you.
Uh-oh.
Lost me.
We lost Johnny's camera. Happens to JP all the damn time, too. But I think I guess he's out. All right. Now it's the IndyCarTim show. We're on, baby. We are on. Michael LaRue chiming in early on the Rays. The Taj Bradley for Griffin Jax trade isn't looking great so far, no. And then Michael throws some stats in there. It's not looking great, but look, it's still early. The Nick Martinez acquisition seems like it's pretty good right now, but like I said, it's early. Let's see how things go. Scotty Fitz says Masters, baby. Absolutely 1%. This is my absolute favorite sports week of the season for any sport, and it's not even close. Opening day in baseball, or opening week in baseball, and then absolutely it is Masters week. Alejandro agrees. That's what I'm saying, Michael LaRue, since I said that Jack should be DFA because, of course, Taj was good with us, but inconsistent, but supposedly with the Twins, he has found it. Now, it's interesting with the Twins up there. They're not playing in front of any fans because of a boycott, I guess. I didn't know about this. I just saw some photos of an empty stadium. I didn't watch the early series this season, but I that beautiful ballpark, and they're playing in front of 1,000 people. That just seems ridiculous to me. Nathan Elliott, good morning, Tim the Fireball Man. Nathan took me up with some branded Fireball from out there. And actually this morning I was not necessarily Fireball man, as I've been hitting on the Jaeger this morning a little bit, you guys, as I often do before the show. Y'all don't even know what my pre-show routine is here as I get to the studio about an hour usually before the JP show starts. And I do a little pre-gaming. But Nathan's going to hook me up with some Fireball that he said. I think is it Bucs branded, Nathan? I can't remember what pictures you sent me. I think it's Buccaneers branded Fireball. Nathan also saying hello to John Gerber. Yeah, I don't know where Johnny is. I guess he's having camera issues for whatever it is. Hello to all the AI bots, degenerates, hater, trolls present. Yeah, we're probably going to have a lot of those today on the IndyCarTim show. But I found something interesting here as we get closer to the NFL draft. We're going to talk some Bucs here coming up, as Bucs are already on the clock, I think, as a lot of teams are for sure, as Johnny joins us back here.
Sorry, I got excited about baseball. I got excited. I bumped my table and all hell broke loose. Like the fight last night in baseball. How about that?
I don't understand what's wrong with you and Johnny and your cameras. Or you and JP and your cameras. I don't understand that.
We were born athletes. We weren't born geniuses. We were born athletes. I don't know about that. Well, I do.
I've seen you swing a golf club. You're good at that, but I don't know about anything else. Are golfers athletes?
To contrary belief, golf is a sport, and you have to be athletic to play it. Yes, you do.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm telling you.
Is bowling a sport?
No.
Yes.
I don't know. I've never bowled. I've never been bowling in my life.
We got to fix that too. But look, I wanted to shift here a little bit because I want to before we get into Masters talk coming up, I wanted to shift, Johnny, with the news of Fernando Mendoza, the presumed #1 overall pick in the NFL, to the greatness of the Las Vegas Raiders. Not showing up for the draft. He has said he's going to stay home with his family to share that moment out down there in Miami. Number one, let me just start this by saying I would look for any excuse at any time to get the hell out of Miami. Whether I live there, vacation, wherever you're doing in Miami, you are in the wrong place. Miami is the toilet. Miami's just awful. It's an awful place. And I hope
fair.
It's awful. So Fernando Mendoza, I get it. You're from there, but you should be looking for any opportunity to get out of there. And now that you have an opportunity to take your family with you and get them out of there too for a short time, why not? What are we doing? Go to the freaking draft. You're the #1 overall pick.
Okay, now you're choosing Miami to cold Pittsburgh.
Everybody knows I hate Pittsburgh. It's better than Miami.
No, it's not.
And it's April. It's not cold.
No, it's not. It is cold. It's cold.
Not in April.
There's not even any leaves on the trees up there yet. It's not even blooming up there. Maybe he has bad allergies. Maybe he just can't go because his allergies are bad. I don't know. But if it was Nashville or if it was any place else besides Pittsburgh, maybe I could understand it. But for you to compare Miami to Pittsburgh, saying it's not.
You know what? The deserts of Tunisia would be better than Miami.
It's pretty nice there in the winter.
There was nothing redeeming about the city of Miami. So, what was it? The last time this happened was 2022 when the #1 overall pick didn't go. I think it was Jacksonville. I forgot who they picked. But isn't it a little anticlimactic when the #1 overall freaking pick isn't at the draft for the whole show that they make of this thing, for the ridiculousness that they go through for the TV production, for your #1 pick to not be there. Dude, I think it's a little anticlimactic, and I think the NFL needs to step in and say, we need you here. Bring your family with you. Why can't he have that experience and bring his whole family? They all have the money, or the NFL should step in and pay for it.
Well, they may, but I'm sure they're going to have cameras in the home.
Well, sure. It's not the same.
he's a little quirky anyways, right? So that shouldn't really super surprise you that he's kind of going against the grain here when it comes to something like that. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't diminish the draft for me. It's a foregone conclusion what the number one pick is. So I don't really care. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. I mean, to be honest with you, it might be a little break because how many times you want to listen to that guy talk? I mean, he's corny, he's quirky. I mean, I don't need him.
I never want to hear him do another interview ever again, to be honest.
I don't need him to waste my 10 minutes for an interview anyways. So I'm okay with it.
Well, they're still going to interview him. It'll just be remote, or they'll have a freaking ESPN reporter at his house already. They'll have the stupid jersey he'll hold up in front of the camera in his house. They'll do everything. It just won't be at the site of the draft where everybody else is. And I think it's stupid. I think he's moronic for this decision. And y'all can disagree if you want, but I think the NFL draft is bigger than one player. And Mendoza is making a spectacle of himself by not participating. And I think it's setting a bad precedent.
I mean, the only thing that I think is going to be correct when it comes to that is he's going to have a one jersey. He's going to wear the jersey. He's going to show up his jersey. It says one, right? And that's probably about correct because that's probably the only number of wins that they're going to have next year is one.
I don't know about that.
Unless Kirk Cousins plays. And like, yeah, they'll win.
Well,
okay.
Look, first of all, Mendoza's not starting the season. It'll be
no way he starts. No way. No way.
And he shouldn't.
If he does, they're I already know that they're not a great organization, but Tom Brady's going to be like, there's no way. As much as you like him, that's a reason why you brought in Kirk Cousins. That's the one reason, first off, to mentor him, which I think is a great mentor in probably a lot of different ways. Do you understand Kirk Cousins is the top 5 in money getting paid ever in the history of the NFL?
Oh, he's a Hall of Famer for salaries.
Yes, smart. So you look at a guy like Cousins to bring him in. Kirk Cousins is going to, unless he gets hurt, maybe plays more than half the year, 8 games, 9 games, if they're smart. Right. I mean, it'll all probably depend on where they are at in the standings in terms of, how many wins. They're in a brutal division. First off, I mean, you got to play. Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's brutal. I mean, you that's a division that
Chiefs, Broncos.
Potentially you could have 3 teams in. Right. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, that doesn't happen very often if it's happened at all. I think maybe the last time that's happened 4 or 5 years ago when the Browns, Bengals, and the Steelers got in. Mm-hmm. I don't remember that the year, but listen, they're going to be the toilet of that.
Something like that.
Yeah. They're going to be toilet of that division. So you don't want that kid getting beat up and destroyed. And, that's why you're paying Kirk Cousins what you're paying to take all those battle wounds and those licks and things like that. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, him not going to the draft, it'll probably actually make the draft more enjoyable because I don't have to hear that initial Kermit the Frog squeaky, corny ass voice. And
if I never hear Fernando Mendoza do another interview, I'll be happy with my life. I'll be content. I can't stand to hear that dude talk. And you know what? Kurt Cignetti's the same way. I can't stand him either. Just keep the microphones away from them and let them do their thing.
Hey, be corny in Cleveland. Be corny in Cincinnati. Don't be corny in Vegas. I mean, corny doesn't go a long way in Las Vegas. Trust me.
Nathan Elliott has great memories of the Trop. It's a fine venue, too big for baseball and the Tampa baseball fan base. There are not enough fans to fill it. I could see it get redeveloped into a music venue. Now, I know JP's talked about this, but aren't they just going to bulldoze it? Like, isn't that really what needs to happen? I don't know
the greatest part about the Trop?
What?
Ferg's right next to it. It's one of the coolest bars. You get there, get misered up, and you just walk through the little tunnel, and you get to the Trop. Ferg's is the best part of the
By the way, for those of you that weren't aware, I know a lot of you guys that listen to the JP show and FanStream Sports aren't fans of T-Crass over at WDAE and his show. So you probably don't listen a lot if you're not. But our colleague Orestes went on his show this week. I think it was Monday. After he was in studio with us here with Nick on Monday, he went on live with T-Crest from Ferg's as they were talking about, the Rays and opening day. And Big O did everything he could to pump up the JP Peterson show and FanStream Sports right in front of T-Kraz on the air.
Love it.
And there was a layout every time Big O would mention JP, and then, they were talking about Ken Babby, and Orestes was like, man, I've had the opportunity to be in the studio with Ken Babby on the JP Peterson Show on FanStream Sports. And every time he could think of to mention JP to T-Kraz, he did. And that had to drive him crazy because he hates us.
Does he? Why? Why does he hate us?
Because he ain't us.
No, he's jealous of us, basically.
Well, I mean, JP's got a history there. So, I mean, it's he just, yeah. And he's on that other side of the sports wall. He's anti-baseball in Tampa Bay or in Tampa. He thinks it should all stay because it's part of the agenda of owners and everything over there. But it's funny. It was really funny to hear Orestes just go off and then T-Kraz Corda just lay out. Not even reply to it. It was really funny. That was,
you're doing something right when that happens, right? You're on the radar when things like that happen. If he didn't care or he didn't feel threatened or didn't feel things like that, that wouldn't even be an issue. But when you hear the uncomfortable pause, is that what they call it? Uncomfortable pause?
Yeah, the layout's what we call it in radio. Yeah.
You're doing something correct.
It was great. Nathan Elliott, I have a bottle of Fireball all done up as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer Fire the Cannons package bottle. That's right. He sent me pictures of it, said he was going to save one for me. And, man, everybody knows I'm a big Fireball freak.
We're going to come down. We're going to make a trip. I know we've been saying this, but we'll plan a trip for a Bucs game. How about that? Give us a little time, a little fall trip.
Well, Nathan Elliott is the king of tailgates. So we got to make an appearance at Nathan's tailgate.
I think we should. Here's the road trip. So we'll drive from Dallas. We'll get the Scooby-Doo van or whatever we got to do, and we'll stop in New Orleans, your hometown. We'll go to an LSU night game.
Well, that's in Baton Rouge. That's before we get to New Orleans.
Oh, it's called New Orleans, Baton Rouge. I mean, it's an hour. Okay, let's just say what it is.
Okay, keep going.
Just let me finish.
He's rolling.
Then we'll get up. And we'll find either a Monday night game or a Sunday afternoon game and get up super early Sunday, drive to Tampa, go to the game. And that just sounds like a great 3 or 4 days. And we're going to meet Nathan Elliott for the Fireball. If we're able to pull this off, I will actually do a shot. How about that?
Wow. You guys, Johnny doesn't do shots.
No. No. How about that road trip? That sounds pretty good to me. I'm
in, and now you said it on the radio. Now we have to do it. It's like you can't say it on the internet if it's not true.
It's true.
Thomas Casper, good morning to you. Pittsburgh, Boston, LA, all much worse than Miami. I 100% disagree. I've been to all three of those places. Boston also was horrible. LA is disgusting. Pittsburgh makes me want to vomit when I think about it. All better than Miami. All of them. And it's not close. I disagree.
No,
Bella's in this morning, guys. Good morning to the Petermans, Timm and company today. Hope you're having a great day. Let's get going. Fire the cannons and man. You know what? We're going to take a break here pretty soon. I'm going to go get a couple of shots of I don't have Fireball in the studio, but I've got Jaeger. And when we come back from break, I'm going to do a couple of Jaeger shots right in front of you guys to celebrate this. Love that you guys are all talking about it. David Melnick. Good morning to you, sir. Going to North Florida is tons better than Central to South Florida. Just a Gulf of America Buck fan. And look, I've never been a fan of Florida, really anywhere in Florida, to be quite honest with you. But the few days I spent in Tampa, going on a year and a half ago now, has made me want to go back. And Johnny, you told me ahead of time because you spent time in Tampa.
Yep.
Tampa's not like the rest of Florida.
No.
Like Tampa is not Florida. And after spending time there, I agree 100%. I might someday be inclined to live in Tampa. I could live in Tampa or St. Pete or Clearwater, that whole area. I could live there, but I'm not leaving. I'm not going to Orlando. I'm not going to I've been to Fort Lauderdale so many times. I've been to Daytona so many times. That whole side of the state to me is just gross. I don't want anything to do with it. But Tampa,
I've lived in,
I like it.
I've lived in Florida the majority of my adult life. So living in South Florida for 10 years, going to college in Orlando, spending time in Naples. Jacksonville, I don't consider Florida. That's just South Georgia. Tampa is the real Florida people. You meet more people there. Orlando's super touristy. South Florida is super South America, which I like. I got no problem with it. Tampa is like real Floridian people. You meet people that live there all their life, has a sense of community, and you still get the tourists because it's Florida. The weather's good, blah blah blah. But if you really want to get, I want to see Florida, like real Florida, old school Florida. It's the Tampa area. I say Tampa area. Yeah, I like it. I love it.
Yeah, I like it, and I can't wait. I've been telling JP we're coming back. He wants to have like a draft party for everybody. I can't get there for that, obviously, because I'm working the draft.
Yeah.
We keep saying we're going to have a get together. We need to we talked about having a bowling outing. Johnny's never been bowling. So thought about having a bowling outing somewhere there in Tampa. And me and Johnny coming out and doing some bowling and getting some of the Petermans together. Thought it'd be fun.
Candy bar.
And you got to eat a candy. Johnny, hey, you guys, Johnny's never eaten a candy bar.
Nope.
And he's never eaten a bowl of cereal.
Nope.
All of these things.
I know I've had some Starburst. I've had a couple Starburst or some Skittles, but I've never eaten a candy bar. No.
We need to make it happen. We're going to do that live on the air here in Dallas one time next time you're here. Aviation, I see your golf talk. We're going to get into Masters talk here in a minute, and we'll talk to you about all of that stuff then. Andre all day. The reality is that Tampa Bay Rays will be mediocre like Todd Bowles this year. Okay, you're probably right, but let's have a little bit of optimism here. We're very early in the season. Let's try to get excited just a little bit about it. He also says he's glad the Trop is back. It's the world's biggest garbage can, but I love it. I'm going to the game tonight. Very, very cool as the Rays and the Cubbies in their 3-game series. The winner takes the series. We'll maybe talk about the lineup if I can get it, if they have it before. I think that's a 6:35 first pitch local time. Johnny Nathan says, you show up for one of our tailgates, the fireball shots will be flowing. I have 8 tickets for every game. Let me know which game you are interested in coming down, and we can make that happen. Look at that.
I appreciate you. Yeah, thank you, Nate. Yeah, save a couple tickets for some of my female friends if we do that. There's nothing like a tailgate unless you bring a couple female friends. So we'll have to – I'll take you up on that. Appreciate that.
Play Blues Wolf, of course. I expected some pushback. Texas is crap. Been there completely unimpressed. Hated Dallas. I love Florida. All right, look, I can't dispute any of what you just said. I am not a Texan, okay? I never proclaimed to be a Texan. I never, ever claimed to be from Texas. I have been here most of my life. I don't know that I'd say Texas as a whole is crap because it's so diversified, kind of depending on where you go. Dallas, certainly, if you were in Dallas proper, you should hate it because it's miserable and disgusting. That's why none of our sports teams, either the Cowboys and the Rangers, aren't in Dallas anymore, and why the Stars and Mavericks are both trying to leave downtown Dallas. Dallas is crap. You get into the northern suburbs, the western suburbs towards Fort Worth, Arlington. The North Texas area is really, really nice. Frisco, Little Elm, Plano, Allen.
Spectacular.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And that's where I live, and that's where I hang out. I don't ever go to Dallas unless I'm going to a Stars game.
No one lives in Dallas. No one's as wherewithal. Dallas. Highland Park, you can't get in Highland Park. You consider that Dallas, that's fine. But
it is. Anybody
that has businesses and anybody that moves, that's why the headquarters of the Cowboys is in Frisco. That's why the PGA of America moved from Florida to Frisco. I'm a over 20-year PGA member. So listen, I agree with you on the sentiment of Dallas is not great, but when you get out to the Little Elms and the Friscos and even the older Planos is great. So, you have to sector of that's just saying, hey, you live in downtown Tampa and our part of Tampa is terrible. Well, if you live in downtown Tampa, that's not great either. But if you live on the outskirts in the suburbs, West Chase is great. Some of these places, it's don't combine them all and just say that. Dallas is a big place. Dallas is a big place.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dallas is a big place. But, you get into the east part of Dallas, it's gross. Dallas proper is gross. What you get into West and North Dallas, and you're doing better. The mid cities, Arlington, in between Dallas and Fort Worth is great. That's why the Rangers and the Cowboys are there. I love more of Fort Worth than I do Dallas. That's for damn sure. Yeah, I don't mind even downtown Fort Worth. I love downtown Fort Worth. I would hang out in downtown Fort Worth. I would not hang out in downtown Dallas.
Fair.
And I understand. Look, I say Florida's crap, and I haven't been there in a while other than Tampa. I just know that the experiences I had when I was there years and years ago were negative. And I have no desire to go back. I have no desire to go to the Daytona 500. I have no desire to go to the East Coast of Florida anywhere for spring break. I don't want to do it. My favorite beach.
Spring break.
No, I'm not. The girls are the girls are the same age, Johnny. Those are still my target demographic.
Yeah, but then you're a little old.
My favorite place in Florida for a long time, as far as going to the beach, was Destin. I love Destin because it's close to Dallas, relatively speaking. It's I can get there in 13 hours to drive, and for a really great beach and great community to vacation in. I don't know about living there, but Destin was my place. And I haven't been to a beach in Clearwater or St. Pete or anywhere over there yet, so can't comment on that. But all right, Johnny, let's take our first break, or JP's going to yell at me. I'm already supposed to be 2 breaks in by now. He's like, play 3 breaks. I'm like, you never play 3 breaks. I would know because I'm the one that plays all of them.
That's right.
So we're going to take our first break here for you guys. Come back on the other side, and we're going to pick the golf brain of one Johnny Gerber, PGA of America professional, 20 years PGA of America professional, as he will tell you on the From the Rough intro that we have. He'll let you know about it. But we're going to talk Masters, what to expect, aviation. We're going to talk all of the picks. Johnny's got his picks ready. I don't have the graphic for it ready, but he's going to tell us about his picks as well. All that on the other side. This is the JP Peterson Show. I'm IndyCarTim. That's John Gerber. We're on Fan Stream Sports, and we're back after this.
Pitch Roofing believes giving back is part of doing business the right way. That's why they proudly offer exclusive discounts to those who gave the most to our communities, including veterans, first responders, seniors, and teachers. And for listeners of the JP Peterson Show, there's even more good news. Pitch Roofing is now offering a special discount just for fans of the show. With so many roofing companies coming and going in Florida, it's important to choose a contractor you can count on long after the job is done, especially when it comes to honoring your warranty. Pitch Roofing is built for the long haul with a reputation for quality, transparency, and standing behind their work. Whether it's a repair or a full replacement, their team delivers honest guidance, quality workmanship, and no high-pressure sales. Call 727-67-PITCH, 727-677-4824, or visit pitchroofing.com to schedule a free estimate.
Pitch roofing done right.
As the Rays enjoy being back in their Tropicana Field home this season that was ravaged by Hurricane Milton, Italiano Insurance wants to remind us all how important it is to be properly insured. 40% of you are underinsured. That can mean financial disaster. Let the experienced and friendly agents at Italiano shop your policies for the best price and the right coverage. Italiano saved me over $1,000 on our auto insurance last year, over $500 on our homeowners insurance. They can do the same for you. That's a grand slam. Might as well get a double play by adding flood insurance and business insurance to your portfolio. Costs less than you think, and trust me, you do not want to risk your home or personal wealth. That's a whiff. So step up to the plate and call 813-877-7799 and chat with our all-star agents at Italiano Insurance, or call our Boca Grande office at 941-964-0400. Hey guys, you already know that Riveters is the best sports bar in all of Tampa Bay, but now it gets even better for Rays baseball season. During all Rays games, check this out, $6 Tito's, $6 Jack, $6 margaritas, all during Rays games. Are you kidding me? And that's always a great pour from the great bartenders at Riveters. Great service, great food, everything is fresh, nothing is frozen. And let me tell you, if you want baseball and wings, you will not find any better than Riveters. Their sauces, like the blue cheese and the ranch, and everything is handmade, and the wings are big and they're perfect. Wings, baseball, Rays, Riveters. It all comes together during baseball season. Once again, In addition to all the great food and service, you get $6 Tito's, $6 Jacks, $6 margaritas. It's time to celebrate. Baseball season is back, and celebrate at Riveters. You know where it is, right there on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of the stadium. See you there at Riveters. It's Diamond Days at the Golden Diamond Source. Celebrate April's birthstone, which is diamonds, as they take center stage. Up to 20% off the diamond jewelry throughout the month of April. And don't forget, you can trade in your broken or old jewelry towards something new and beautiful. Gold prices are at a record high. Now is the best time. And by the way, they only sell natural diamonds at the Golden Diamond Source. It's real love. It should be real natural diamonds. Don't start your relationship with a fake diamond. Really, really bad idea. And for the Golden Diamond Source first-time buyers, they are going to teach you all about the 4 C's and all the different shapes and styles. They are able to show you a huge selection of inventory to choose from. And by the way, you can trust them. They've been in business for over 40 years. Don't buy something online. You have no idea what you're getting. 0% financing for up to 5 years. Make sure it's a Golden Diamond Source diamond. 3800 Ulmerton Road. Always online at goldendiamond.com. Hey, JP here for Genesis of Tampa and the Murphy Auto Group. I think the best way to experience a business is to use that business. And I just did at Genesis of Tampa. Just bought a GV70, a 2023, and it feels and drives all new. It's an absolutely fantastic car. The technology, the comfort, and the price, absolutely outstanding. Frankly, I never thought I could get into a car like this, but they made me a deal I could not refuse. And I also get the VIP service where you can just drive right up, their pit stop service. They'll top off all the fluids, make sure your air in your tires is good, new wipers if you want them. If you need extended service, they will come to you, bring you a courtesy car, and then bring your car back. What more do you want? The experience was just VIP all the way. And you can get that at Genesis of Tampa. And don't forget, you can get extended warranty, which I did. So I have worry-free miles up to 100,000, and all they do is just take it in. Actually, I don't have to take it in. They come to me. It's perfect. It's Genesis of Tampa right there, 801 East Bears Avenue, right off of 275. Go see them and tell them JP sent you.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the JP Peterson Show right here on FanStream Sports. You can probably tell I am not JP Peterson. It is an IndyCarTim takeover of the JP Peterson Show alongside my compadre, PGA of America member John Gerber, here to talk all things sports and especially all things Masters. Before we get into that, if I don't do one of these, JP is going to yell at me and fire me. I like to see how he gets along without me. Today's show brought to you by Pitch Roofing. Get a special JP Peterson Show discount with a free estimate. Always get 2 or 3 estimates when replacing your roof. And make sure to include Pitch as one of those roofing companies with a free estimate from Pitch. They're not trying to hard sell you. They're not one of these door knockers who just want your money. They want to educate you on your roof and the process. And even if you don't choose Pitch as your roofer, they want to leave you feeling informed, knowing the different materials and manufacturers, and understanding the process and warranties. Pitch Roofing is an Owens Corning preferred contractor, Better Business Bureau accredited, and My Safe Florida Home approved. Pitch prides themselves on full transparency and customer first level of service. Pitch offers financing options, including 0% plans. Ensure a stress-free experience at Pitch Roofing, 727-67-PITCH, or pitchroofing.com. What do you think of that, JP?
He had to love it.
Yeah. Maybe not. So yeah, it is. I promised to do this out of the break, boys and girls.
2. You got him 2. Do we still have any Jaeger left in that Jaeger machine there in the studio?
Refilled. I put another bottle in it already.
Okay.
About 2 weeks ago, I put another bottle. No, it probably lasts me today, to be honest with you. I'm going to be here all day. So look, here is my first dedication, my first shot. And if any of you have a shot at 10:42 in the morning Eastern time, I applaud you, because it is 9:42 Central time where I am right now. And I'm doing double shots of Jaegers. Here is to the Rays' return to Tropicana Field, a long-awaited, year-long process that clearly JP and I never thought would happen. A lot of you didn't think it would happen. A lot of you did, and y'all were right. Here is for the Rays' return to the Trop right here.
Masters Week. Got to cheers to Masters Week.
The second one goes to my favorite week in golf, my favorite week in sports. The reason it's my favorite week ever is because it is Masters Week, and it's always around my birthday week.
That's right.
So I'm going to do a shot, a very self-serving shot to my birthday for me, because I didn't do any shots with my 17-year-old son at the ballpark last night.
Probably a good idea. Probably a good idea.
Yeah, because he would have wanted one, and that's probably dangerous, although he's bigger than me.
Yeah.
My 17-year-old son's about 6'3", 240. He looks like an offensive lineman, I'm not going to lie. Knows nothing about football, though. I told him he should be a lineman. He's like, what's that? Where do they play? I don't want to run.
Oh, no.
I'm like, you don't have to run. You just have to push people down. He's like, oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
So here's to the Masters. Here's to all of you Petermans that suffer through the IndyCarTim takeover every time JP's gone. Look, don't lie. I know you guys love when Nick does the show solo more. I get it. Y'all get a whole lot more interesting conversations with Nick around. I get it. Look, I'm the fun parent, all right? I'm the dad, I'm the divorced dad for y'all, and y'all are my kids, and all I do is let y'all have fun. All right, Nick's the one that teaches y'all things. I'm just the fun parent, all right? So here's to you guys. And there you go. Nothing better than a couple of shots of Jaeger to start your day, right?
I love it. I love it. That's what grown people do. You're grown. It's Wednesday. It's 9:45 on Wednesday in Dallas, Texas, and you're doing shots.
Tim's doing shots. I'm going to be way hammered before we do From the Rough at 6 o'clock Eastern live.
Hey, it's me.
Hey, it's
drunk
me.
again.
How drunk are you? On a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk are you? I'm a 20. Aviation says, I've lived in Dallas my whole life. Dallas is crap. Tim is right. It's a suburbs. Yeah, I'm right, you guys. Yeah. Andre, Big D.
Where does he live? Where do you live, Aviation?
He's in Plano. Plano or Allen, one of the, I can't remember for sure, but he's over there somewhere. All right, Johnny, it is Masters Week. My absolute favorite. It is the 90th Masters. I feel like I remember all of them, too. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been around for all of it. It is an entire week of festivities, and they are already underway. But the question everybody wants to know is who's going to win the green jacket and how much money can I make off of that? It is a 91-man field. Clearly, it is the best talent in golf because they let all those other idiots from that other tour in who somehow have qualified in the past.
Not sure it's the best talent. We'll talk about that.
Oh, Johnny's slamming Bryson DeChambeau.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's not. I'm just telling, and I'll break it down. Why.
But yes, it is an exciting week. The field is stacked. Johnny disagrees. I think the field is stacked. And the greatest thing I saw this week were at the Champions Dinner that Rory held, his first, obviously, and how excited he was about hosting that and just how much it means to him. And he's like, I can't wait to come back to this thing every single year. He's like, this was the highlight. And I think that's cool. If you're a Rory fan, I think that was really cool. He's like a little kid, right? Hosting that thing and being a part of it. This is the
he
first.
Is a little kid.
He is. I love Rory. Yeah. He's a little wee kid, as you would say. He's like 4'6",
a little bigger than that,
17 pounds.
Yeah.
Soaking bigger, wet.
Not much.
This is, boys and girls, the first Masters that we have had since 1994 that will not have either or both Tiger and Phil Mickelson. So it's a little bit historic, and that's probably where Johnny's going with this, I'm guessing, that it's not the stacked field that we think it would be. But, Johnny, tell us a little bit about what you know from talking to your insiders over there, what the course layout's going to look like. Well, we know the layout, but the conditions, any changes, because they've got a ton of changes to the actual Masters itself. But as far as the weather coming up this week and anything you're hearing from inside the ropes.
Yeah, what a great week. I mean, if you don't get excited about this week and you're a golf fan, you're not a golf fan. I mean, this is as good as it gets. But to refer back to your best field in golf, it's not the best field in golf, and I'll tell you why. I mean, you have amateurs in the field that won't win, and then you have the past champions, the over 50. So with a 90-person field, you can basically cut out 60% of the people that has a chance to win. It's just it's just what it is. I'm just telling you, it's just what it is. The U.S. Open isn't the best field in golf. The best field in golf when you per se it's probably the Players Championship first, and then probably the PGA Championship. That's the best field in golf. And maybe a little bit back of the PGA because you have the Club Pros, and no disrespect to me and the Club Pros, but there's not a Club Pro that's won the PGA Championship. So best field in golf is probably the Players. That being said, you look at listen, the weather is going to be perfect. This is how they want Augusta National to play: firm, fast, and they have the opportunity to, especially on the greens, to play kind of how they want to. They have the sub airs underneath the greens, so they can make the greens however they want, no matter what the weather is. But today is a little bit spotty. They're going to get some wind. Tomorrow is going to be about 15 to 20, but after that, every day is going to be up in the upper 70s, low 80s, 5 to 10 mile an hour, and it's going to play into the hands of guys who hit the ball very high length. Listen, you bring some more people into the field when it plays firm, because the shorter hitters, if they're short hitters on the PGA Tour, you can bring them in because you're going to get a lot of chase and a lot of run. Two key factors here at Augusta National is experience this week and height, hitting the ball high in the air, because the wind is not going to be playing a factor. So when you start looking at your betting card, that's what you look at. If the weather was different, if the weather would change, you would look at your betting card a little bit different. But experience is number one on the board when we handicap the tournament. And then again, hitting the ball high into some of these greens is going to be a key factor. So this is how we kind of build our card when it comes to Augusta. You can't make a lot of money on the top 20, so you have to look at some areas that has some value. Because it's a short man field. It's a 91 person field. But again, when we talk about handicapping, you can cut out 60-70% of the field. So in a handicap aspect, it's a little bit easier. It's never easy, right? It's a little bit easier to handicap this event.
And it's always interesting this time of year after the split and then the I guess the advent of Live Golf. And if any of you guys out there are Live Golf fans, I don't know what to tell you. It's a ridiculous product. It's up there with the NBA for me as far as unwatchable. It's not real golf. It's a circus show. And these guys that are over there playing it are clearly doing it for the money. And they don't love golf. And they have no I guess no affection for the game in its purest form. I don't watch it. I have to talk about it a lot for my job. And some of the guys that are on it, and it really hurts me because a lot of the guys that went over there were some of my favorite golfers. I love Bryson DeChambeau. He's a Dallas kid, played at SMU, still lives here. I love Bryson. He's irrelevant to me now. I don't give two craps about his golf game because I don't ever get to watch him play because he's on Live Golf, and I don't even know where to find it on TV for the 3 days that they play. Huh?
You love Brooks.
And I love Brooks. We're Strixon twins. And we might be Eskimo brothers too. That story later. It's a rumor. It's rumored that we're Eskimo brothers. If you don't know what that means, then I love you even more. So yeah, there's always a little tension here since the split, and because those Live Golf guys are coming over to play, by virtue of earning their way in on past winners and stuff like that, and things like that. But I love the tension. You've got tension right now in golf between Rory McIlroy and Jon Rahm because of the Ryder Cup situation. I won't get too much into that right now. We'll probably talk about that on From the Rough today, 6:00 Eastern on fanstreamsports.com, YouTube, and then later the same day wherever you get your podcast. Shameless plug, hashtag. But it's to me, it's the greatest course. I love Augusta. And when you have this, and when I say it's the best field of golfers, obviously Johnny gave the reasons why it's probably not really, but you always get that impression because it's the Masters, right? And to me, it's a very top heavy field though, because
that's what it is.
Yeah,
it's the top 30, 50 players. You have to listen. Yeah. To play, you have to be top 50 in the world. So that tells you the top 50 best players are playing. There's no one in the top 50 in the world that's not just going to turn down an invitation to the Masters. So that part is correct.
So let's get to some of the questions here. Aviation had a few questions. We'll start with this one, Johnny. He says, JT, what are your thoughts on betting first round leaders?
Yeah, I don't play around with some of those props when it comes to the first round leaders. There's so much to kind of unpack when it comes to that. This week is the Super Bowl of betting when it comes to betting golf. There's so many prop bets out there. I will play a couple prop bets this week. I have one that we'll talk about here a little bit, only one. But first round leaders, it's so much of a crapshoot. Not so much here because it's a short field and everyone's kind of playing in the same conditions. But when you start playing first round leaders in terms of regular PGA Tour events, when you play in waves,
right,
you could get some guys that play in completely different inclement weather than the guys who have. Now, if you follow that type of stuff, yeah, maybe, but it's just there's too much to it, and we have our hands full with handicapping the whole card and the whole tournament.
Yep. Johnny's very particular about what he bets and when he bets it. He'll be the first to tell you that. And by the way, for those of you unfamiliar, if you're just following along with us, Johnny's weekly winning picks on the PGA Tour are relatively, media famous. Johnny has because Johnny is well recognized in the industry as one of the leading, sports betting people, personnel, men, golf handicapper. That's the word I was looking for. Golf handicappers. He goes routinely on other stations around the country to talk golf.
Sports Grid, VSiN.
He's on. If you're a fan of the Sports Grid network and their shows, Johnny's going on there all week. He was on it last week. He's going to be on their shows all week during the Masters to talk betting and wagering for the Masters. And Johnny's not just one of these talking heads giving y'all bets and not placing the bets himself. The picks that Johnny makes are the picks that Johnny himself plays. So he's not going to pump up anything for any sake of ratings or anything. He's telling you where he's putting his money, and that should mean something to you. That said, Johnny, Aviation also wants to know about the possibility of Matt McCarty top 20 at plus 450 with a lefty's paradise of Augusta.
Yeah, it's not terrible pick. My only concern, if the golf course, his experience doesn't lend very well for him. It is a lefty's paradise. Reason saying is because there's a lot of hook lies out there, and it really sets up for guys who are lefties. A hook lie for a righty is a fade for a lefty, and hitting into some of these greens, hitting a cut into some of these greens is a lot better to hold the green than other. I don't like him. The value at plus 450, I just don't like the experience McCarty has. In terms of that, his second Masters appearance doesn't really lend well for him when it comes to that. Lefty is an advantage for him for sure. He just didn't hit in my card in terms of finishing the top 20.
John Hill says, my son's club, the Atlantic Athletic Club, has loaned the 4 Bobby Jones trophies to Augusta National for the new players building for this week. That's really cool. And if y'all don't know, there's a ton of new stuff happening out there. They've got that new players building is out there for the patrons and for the players, mainly for the players. And I would love to see, I haven't seen it, but they've got the underground parking now for the players underneath the golf course. So you guys wrap your head around that. That structure wasn't there a few years ago, and they went in and dug out a freaking parking garage underneath the course. So for the players, so that should kind of tell y'all at what extent that Augusta National goes to take care of its players.
I will tell you, most people do not know this. In the Augusta National group, club, whoever comprised of so many the president of the Masters, the chairman of the Masters, Fred Ridley, is a Tampa guy.
Yeah.
He's a member at Palmacia. They are the most powerful group in golf, period. There's no debating. It's not a single person. They're the most powerful group in golf. It's not the USGA. It's not the PGA Tour. It's not the PGA of America. It's the Augusta National Club, Golf Club. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I was watching another show, ESPN Greeny. He's going to get crucified because he called it Augusta National Country Club.
Oh, he is going to get crucified.
They're going to kill him. I'm just telling you.
ESPN broadcasts Master stuff sometimes.
He said Augusta National Country, and I cringed. I was like, I popped up and said, whoa. No, they don't like that.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. Aviation Johnny says, thoughts on Jacob Bridgman. Last 4 Masters winners have been number 1 in FedEx Cup. Not sure if he has the stones to go win a tournament like this. We love Jacob Bridgman.
Yeah, I mean his attribute is he's such a great putter. He hasn't played enough here to learn the greens. I mean, a few days is one thing. He's one of the best putters on the PGA Tour. He's going to get structured. He's going to get hit a little bit with length. And to preface that with, the shorter hitters will have a chance, a little better chance than in the past, because it will play firm. It will play fast. But I just don't think he's in a lower tier of the distance on the PGA Tour. If he was middle tier, maybe just because of how well he putts it and how good of a putter is on the PGA Tour. But I just don't think the experience is going to lend very well for him.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you there. All right, we are, by the way, doing an abbreviated JP Peterson show. We're not going the two full hours. Although we probably could go a whole nother hour on Masters talk, but we're going to do that obviously on our hour long From the Rough. If you guys are all interested in that at all, it'll be on fanstreamsports.com, 6:00 on the homepage, or on the Dallas page. Just go over there because we embed the videos for the shows on the front there. Or you can just listen wherever you get your podcasts immediately after the live broadcast is when we post that. We're going to cover this in greater detail on our show, but Johnny, I wanted to, for the benefit of the Petermans here, I wanted to throw 9 names that I think have an opportunity to win their first green jacket. And I would just like a quick 10-second rebuttal or agreement on why you think this guy will or won't win the Masters this year. And we're not going in any particular order, but I'm starting with Justin. To win. This is to win. And I'm starting with Justin Rose. I think he's got the best Masters resume of anybody without a green jacket, 7 top 10s, including 3 runner-up finishes.
Definitely has a chance to win.
Okay. Tommy Fleetwood, the way he's playing right now, and he's finally over that hump. Trash this week? Okay. All right.
Doesn't hit it high enough.
Okay. Brooks Koepka.
No chance. Not putting it good enough.
He's not playing well right now. He's not playing well right now. Although he always seems to ramp it up a little bit for the majors, but I don't think he's back to his game right now. Number 6.
Can't fake the putting around here, especially your long putts. He's had more 3 putts in the last 3 tournaments than he's had probably all of last year on the PGA, or when last time he played the PGA Tour.
Yep, I agree. Xander Schauffele.
Great chance.
Cameron Young.
No chance.
Okay. How about Ludwig Oberg?
Great chance.
You like that one?
Mm-hmm.
Scotty Scheffler.
Nope.
No chance?
Yeah, a chance, but I don't like it.
Okay, what about Rory to repeat?
Nope.
And finally, the guy that I've got number 1 on this list, I said they were in no particular order, but I also wrote him down first, is Bryson.
No.
You don't like it.
And here's what I said. Listen, Bryson's greatest attribute is length. The golf course playing firm and fast is going to negate his length, right? So the field is going to kind of move towards him. He's not going to hit a lot of drivers. You can't overpower this place when it plays firm. You can try to overpower it when it plays soft. It playing firm and fast hurts Bryson DeChambeau more than anyone in the field. It just does. It brings too many people back in the field to have a chance to win. So will he have a chance? Yeah, he's always has a chance just because who he is and some angles that he takes, but he's got to be a little bit more patient than he has been. I won't go through my whole card. I'm going to give you 2 bets that I love.
Okay. If you want the whole card, you got to tune into From the Rough tonight.
That's right. I like top 10 Adam Scott plus 475 to finish in the top 10. And I'm going to give you a prop bet. I'm going to give you a prop bet of even money, Zach Johnson making the cut.
Wow.
Senior, Zach Johnson making the cut. If it was soft, I would say no. He's won his first Champions Tour event. He's playing well, past champion. The golf course playing firm, massive help for Zach Johnson. So we'll go through my whole card, but if I was going to pinpoint 2 things, you have a prop bet, Zach Johnson making the cut, even money, and Adam Scott to finish in the top 10 at plus 475.
There you got it, boys. If y'all are betting men who like to win, make sure you check out Johnny's full card. We will do it 6:00 Eastern time at fanstreamsports.com. It'll also be live on the FanStream Sports app, just as the JP show is each and every day. And also, wherever you get your podcasts, probably around 7 o'clock to 7:15 Eastern time is when the audio podcast will be posted. So all of it's available for you right there. And that's going to wrap it up. Again, I don't know what we're doing for a JP show tomorrow. Haven't heard from JP. We will keep you guys informed via the social media platforms that we have at IndyCarTim, at JP Peterson Show, at J Gerber PGA Pro. Make sure you're following the Tampa from the rough, the Tampa FanStream Sports Twitter handle at FanStream Tampa. We've also got the Dallas and the Ohio, coming soon Carolinas on X. And you'll get all of the information you need there. I'm Tim. That's Johnny. This is an IndyCarTim takeover of the JP Peterson Show. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't know who, and I don't know exactly what the format will be, but we'll figure it out at that time. Until then, boys and girls, we'll see you.